What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I've gone and discovered a new game I want to tell you about. I was wandering around, I'll be honest with you, I was buying brownies. I'm not embarrassed to say that. I was going to buy some disgusting, loaded up brownies that were way too sickly, but absolutely delicious. And I wandered into Asda, which is a chain of supermarkets over here. Walmart is the closest you've got in America, assuming most of you are watching in the US, which is where the majority of my audience are, though I love you no matter where you're watching from. And I noticed this Star Wars Flipz game, and I've not seen this before. This was completely brand new, and I'm going to be honest with you, it looks kind of fun. Remember, we just this year said goodbye to Star Wars Destiny. That was a dice-based Star Wars game. This is a dice-based Star Wars game. Although, right, I want to be completely and utterly clear at the beginning of this video. No, this is not a new Star Wars Destiny. I'd love it if this was a new Star Wars Destiny. It's not. But that doesn't mean it can't be fun. This is a cheaper, more child-friendly game. But if you like Star Wars and you want to play a new game, or you got kids you want to play with, or things of that nature, come on in, the water's fine. Though I didn't buy any Flipz at the time, and then I went back to buy some, and then they don't have any in any shop I looked at, and it makes me sad, so might be going to buy some today, because I'm not kidding you, this looks fun. So what do we have? Well, basically what we've got is a bunch of dice, and the dice have 6 sides, except the sides are not necessarily all the same. Because you can see that the dice there have little pictures of Star Wars characters on, and there's a little space where you can flick the flips in and out. So what you essentially do is you load up your dice with 6 Star Wars characters of your choosing, and that's essentially what you use to play the game. Now, the packs that seem to be available at the moment are you can buy one of the dice with 6 preloaded flips, and you'll pay £3 for the privilege. Now, it is worth pointing out that when they're in supermarkets, the dice are just sitting there. They're not in any kind of other packaging. I mean, look at the booster box we see here, that they're not actually set aside in any kind of way. What that means is, in shops where they're not paying as much attention, there is a potential here for some unscrupulous people to potentially take... Now, it's supposed to be, the way they put it on the Topps website, Topps are the dudes that make this, 5 preloaded flips, including a limited edition. Oh, there's only 5 preloaded, my apologies. 5 preloaded flips, including a limited edition. Well, if there's a limited edition in the dice, and the dice can just be picked up out the box when it's sitting out in a shop, certainly the store that I went to, I could have just popped the limited edition out and swapped it for another one. I wouldn't have done so. I'm not an unscrupulous fellow. And just to be 100% clear, please don't actually be the person that does that. Nobody likes that person. But if you are buying the dice from an independent retailer or a chain, wherever, if you're buying it out in the wild, do be aware of that so that you can make sure it's not happened. So you can buy one of those and that will set you back £3, or you can go and buy yourself a pack of flips and that will set you back £1 English. I know, how lovely and cheap. And just like the dice, one pack will get you 5 flips and you use the 5 flips to, well, play the game. Now, I'll be honest with you here, it does seem pretty luck-based. What's weird is I can go on the Topps website and I can find a shop. And I can buy packs of flips, I can buy the game dice, I can buy the flips box, which gets you 24 packs and 6 dice, which for £38 is actually a much, much better value than buying them individually. I mean, the 6 dice will put you back £18, 24 packs will be £24, so that's 42 quid. So you're saving £4 buying a box, and it does have free delivery. So if you are in the UK, and to be fair, it seems like you can sign up to a newsletter and get a 10% discount, so you get essentially another 4 quid off. That does seem to be the most cost-effective way of doing so. Although you're not actually going to complete the set doing this. Now, If you buy one of these boxes, you're essentially getting 24 packs, which give you 5 flips per pack. So you're talking 120 flips. Then you got your 6 dice with 5 flips on each, which is another 30 flips, which means you're rocking 150 of these in total. Cool. But there are over 200 to collect in total. So if you are just buying a box, I mean, don't get me wrong, you'll get a whole bunch of flips. But it is worth bearing in mind that you're not going to complete your collection with one box, even if you don't get any doubles, and blatantly you're definitely going to get some doubles. And actually, while we're here, that does lead me to one of my worries about the game, really my only main worry about the game, and that is the fact that there are over 200 collectible flips to find, including rare limited editions. Oh. And the problem with rare limited editions, you know they're going to be that little bit more powerful. I'm sure I read somewhere that they are going to be a little bit more powerful. And that's a little bit of a problem, quite frankly. Because what you seem to have here is a game which is random. Now, don't get me wrong, you load up your dice with the flips of your choice. And that is essentially where your agency comes in, where you make the choices. But then after that, you're just basically flipping. And obviously, if you're setting up your dice, there's no randomly drawing flips and adding as you go, although I'm sure there's a variant you can make along those lines. So essentially, you work out what the most powerful flips are, you work out the best combination, you put them in the dice, and it basically becomes completely random, and oh, would you look, the special ones, the rare ones, are going to end up being the best among them, which means it is essentially going to be pay to win. Which I'm not a huge fan of, if I'm honest with you. This doesn't make me happy. And that is my big reservation about the game. It seems to be essentially completely luck-based, and you basically set up your dice before you go, and you do get to switch one dice from dark side to light side. I'm not entirely sure what that means, if I'm honest with you. So there is a little bit of skill, and there are some things you can do. But it seems to be that you're essentially fighting to get the limited edition ones, the special ones, the rare ones, and then it's kind of luck-based. I could be wrong about this. I've not been able to find the rules online as of yet. But it does seem like that is, from what I can find and what I can read, that does seem to be the way it works. Now, do we particularly care? Because actually what we've got here, now we are told that it does feature all 9 movies, including Rogue One and Solo. So I suppose it would be 11 movies if we want to be a little bit pedantic here. So that's kind of cool. And it depends how seriously you want to take it. If you want to actually see this as a proper job replacement for Star Wars Destiny, then yeah, sure, you're definitely going to be disappointed. If you want to see this as a fun little game that you play with your kids or you play with your mates and you don't take too seriously, and you just collect these and play a little bit of games here and there with them, yes, that sounds awesome. And that is where I think we should go with this. Now, we've been given quite nice high-quality images of some of the flips. We've got a BB-8 one here. Gotta love BB-8. And we can see Han Solo. And we've got Darth Vader, a Sith Trooper, we've got Rey, and we've got Boba Fett. It is interesting to me that the promo material they've put out there does not feature the prequel trilogy, just the original and sequel trilogies. And I'm led to believe that we will get prequel trilogy flips. I've seen that in one of the promo things they've thrown around, but it's not actually something that they're using. When you go on their website to buy the flips, there's no sign of the original trilogy. Even the booster box image blatantly shows Han Solo from the Han Solo film, but doesn't show any images of the prequel trilogy. Front of the box, left-hand side, sequel trilogy, right-hand side, original trilogy. I cannot be the only one that thinks this is weird. It doesn't really matter, but hey-ho. Something I had to get off my chest while we were having a chat. Frankly, this looks like my kind of game. It looks kind of fun. I don't think you should be expecting a serious competitive game out of this. You should be expecting a cool little collection of Star Wars discs and dice that you use to play a fun little game with your mates. And if you go in with those expectations, that seems to be kind of what you're going to get. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to know what you think about this. I want to know if you've played this game, if you found this game, if you knew about this game, and if you didn't, what you thought, ladies and gentlemen. What you thought. Let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts, be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk all kinds of games like this, but plenty of others. And do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.